My block is 2.5 by 2.5 by 2 inches, but you could make it smaller. The finished piece would be around 1.5 inches in thickness.
Is that face
So-
plate? Face plate or pencil?
No, I'm just gonna run in between centers.
So it's spindle turning you run.
Yes, it's spindle turning, yeah. So I had marked the centers, and I'm just gonna put them here. There. Just gonna round this here off and then make a spigot.
Earl, I'm a bit confused. 2.5 by 2.5 by
Yep.
2. What,
2 inches thick,
2 inches thick?
I guess. They're long, 2 inches long.
So 2.5. Oh, 2 inches. Oh,
So the finish will be 2 3/8, something like that. You kind of take your time at this here part because there's so much, like it's just hitting air. So until you get down closer to the solid wood, just take your time. Because if you try to take too much at once, it can fly. There, now, I'm just gonna make a spigot at one end. And for my chuck, I'll usually use about 1 3/4 inches, a little over that. And I have a dovetail chuck, so I gotta make it a little dovetail on it. So now I can move this here tailstock back. Shouldn't need that anymore. Now, if you have like one-way chucks, you might want to make a little bit deeper spigot so that your chuck will be able to grab that.
It's been a few years.
This here end, I'm just gonna smooth it out.
Yeah, it's been hours.
Just get rid of this here dimple at the end. make a spigot at this end. And I'll measure it again. Then the dovetail. I just want to clean that up a little bit, the side here. Sometimes it leaves marks. Just going to sand it a little bit. So I'm going to make a few designs on the end. For this here one here, I could just leave it like that and send it to the library, but I'm just going to do a couple of designs, something different.
What tool is that called? What's that called?
Spindle gouge, yeah. Sometimes to clean it up, sometimes you just use a full cut. Like that. Now I'm going to use a tool, it's called Elf. It's made by Henry Taylor, and it just puts designs. And I just run it around 700, 950 RPM. Then you put the speed back up, and I use this here little brush to get out any of the splinters or chunks of wood. It just cleans it out better. And these here are some of the markers I use. And a red one. And just a couple of little grooves. And I'll use corners. So that's one side of it done. So that's one side done. I'll try the other side. Happy. So I'll flip it around to the other side. And I did a dovetail on that in, yeah. I can get rid of a lot of that wood. I think this here piece is pretty thick. It's 2 inches. I can take some off that. I'll finish it out about 1.5 inches, I guess. I'm just getting rid of some wood here. I'm just going to make a spigot for the other end. Just making a dovetail. I'm going to do the same thing with the take a look, Jim. I don't know if that.
Is that horizontal when you use the tool?
What's that?
How do you hold the tool?
Just like,
Is the wheel horizontal or up and down?
no, the wheel spins like that. It just spins on the axis. So yeah, you wouldn't want to have it down below because it would kind of pull out the thing. So these here just come out like that. It's just a bearing inside.
So it's round like a ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't break. It's done the right way.
Sand. guess I don't want to sand that part. An ordinary marker would just, after a second or two on here, it wouldn't mark anymore. But these here combo, you get them at Michael's, and at 2,000 RPM, they're still work perfect. What am I looking for? And no, it would take away the marks. Can you see it? No. Do you want to see it? I'm not taking it off. Yeah. So now I just gotta find out where I'm gonna put my, I gotta part it in the center. I usually leave it about 5/16 of an inch to go down to about 5/16.
That'll be the diameter of
And it's just
Pin.
parting
the
tool.
diameter of the pin is like 5/16. How wide is the groove?
I'm gonna use just gonna use a regular parting tool after. I'm gonna go in with the narrower one first. It's no special reason, but.
So it'll be about an 8.
Yeah, I think they're around 8 of an inch. Oh, not the calipers.
So this one here is an 1/8 of an inch, the groove. You could go a little wider, that's how he does it, an
You
1/8.
know what makes a good parting tool? Is a skate blade. My grandson broke a skate blade. He ripped it.
I don't have too many ribs.
No, he was a gold and then he broke it.
That's true.
How thick are the skate blades?
Well, it's broken.
Goalie blades, I think, are thicker.
I'm gonna check something out first, making sure it's. I guess I gotta take a little bit more off this side here.
What are you doing now?
I'm just truing it up. One side was a little bit fatter. in. I can still see it. I'm just gonna start with it. Sometimes when you're going in with a narrow blade like this here, you go in, you just want to twitch it back and forth a little bit. It keeps the gap a little bit wider so it doesn't burn, like heat up the sides. There, see better. Start to see. And I'm just gonna go in with the regular parting tool. I guess it's pretty close to the same. Light works good, John.
How's the speed going?
Huh?
How's
The speed?
No, feet?
Oh, 5/16 of an inch.
Oh, I thought that was the width.
No.
The width is an 8, and the little dowel shaft, whatever, going across there, that would be 5/16. The bigger you make it, I think the faster it will go the other way around. Smaller will go slower. Not faster. Smaller, go faster? All right, so it's faster, smaller, slower, bigger. We'll go with that. And you can make the groove a little bit wider if you want.
Yeah.
It'll work. I make mine about 1/4 inch and they work fine. So, I mean, you leave it to your imagination a little bit, and variation what you can do exactly what you're doing.
It's nice to have a light right overhead.
How do you measure the 5/16?
Caliper.
How did, tell me how that works? No, in the,
Oh, I shut it off whenever, because it's so deep, it might pinch up.
Did you not use the other end though?
you're trying to put that around the dowel inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come it's bigger?
So, when I go home tonight, I was gonna do that earlier, but I forgot. I'm gonna try to draw one up and put all the dimensions on it. Yeah. Or maybe I'll just copy what she's writing.
You don't want this copy.
She'll send you, everybody a copy. A little bit more. It should be okay. So I'm just gonna put a mark here, look, try to get around the center of each one, and I just wanna round off the edges, leave the pencil line on there. What I usually like to do is, I mean, I have this here thick sandpaper, but what I like to do is put the sandpaper in between, like this here, just in case there's any little hairs that are sticking out. It'll wreck your string sometimes if you don't have it sanded good enough. So anything like that. And go both ways, both directions. And I think that should be it for the, where is my, there. I know it wasn't much of a project, but you have string.
Can you put teak oil or something on that?
You can. What I usually do is just put a sealer on the on this here part. Just, I don't know what the teak oil would do to, yeah,
Marker.
plus the balance of it too. Actually, I could take what I like to do is just burnish the wood with some it just heats it up.
What does burnishing the wood do?
Closes up the,
Pores.
Lays down the fiber a little bit.
Okay.
Normally, if your wood's oily, it does a lot nicer job. Get the string.
Do you need to wax the inside or anything like that to keep it
No,
easily mobile? No?
no.
Standing.
Oh, sorry.
This is the hardest part, right?
I thought you'd have this ready for me. Berlin?
There's two ways to put the string on. The way he's doing it there is like the professional way.
But not.
It'll sleep, like it'll spin.
yeah.
Like once you're down, it'll keep spinning. Like walking the dog, whatever, where it'll come back up.
What's the
Splitting
knot
apart
called?
the,
And then if you put it in the way he did here, he kind of looped it in there and it's tight in there, so it won't spin. It's easier to
yeah.
do to make it go if you're an amateur. If you do it this way, if you do it the way, yeah,
What I
exactly.
do is I normally put it through one way, flip it around, put it two knots.
Yeah.
It almost sleeps too much if you do it the other way.
And you just unlaid the winding, is that how you did that?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like it's a one-piece string, so I don't think you can really make it yourself.
Right,
Other than
I've
get
got all-
one-
But it's got a twist built into the string already.
And that won't
You
unravel?
must have a knot on the end or mount it or
Actually,
something.
it tightens up more easy.
No, there's no knot.
There's no knot on it.
No knot. You untwist it here. You untwist it. You untwist it.
It's basically like a U shape. It's like a U shape that got twisted together.